The reason I really joined Chase Life, or so I thought the reason I joined Chase Life, was to overcome binge eating. I was binging multiple times per week, thousands and thousands of calories at a time. And it has been a habit that for me spans well over 10 years of my life. I was ready for a change. I desperately wanted for a change, and I did traditional counseling, and that also just didn't work for me. I would leave my counseling sessions and go right to the store to get food that I could binge on. Because while we had recognized that, yeah, okay, I had a problem with vulnerability and showing up as the real me and letting people see who I really was, there was never really any tangible action steps for how to stop doing that, for how to overcome it. And so I think Kiara was the one that said, when you're ready, the right coach will appear. And Rachel echoed that sentiment as well. And I know that all of that just prepared me for that. When I found Chase Life, I was ready for it. And truly, Rachel and David are and have been the right coaches for me. When I first joined, I knew that I had to give this my all. It was not a no-brainer for me, despite the issues that I had with binge eating, the fact that I would sit on my couch on a Saturday night scared to leave the house, that going to the grocery store gave me anxiety, that keeping carbs in the house was impossible for me. Despite all of that, I couldn't say yes. And I think what I told Rachel was, what if I get to the end of all of this? What if I do all of the work and I spend all of the money, but I'm still not good enough? And I had to sit with that because I didn't believe that. Because Rachel reminded me on my intake when she asked me how awesome I thought I was, I told her, strong 7 with clear moments of 10. So I believed somewhere deep down that I was good enough. What I was really afraid of was no longer having an excuse, for no longer having a reason as to why I sat at home alone on the weekends, as to why I could plow through cartons and cartons of junk food and not think twice about it. I would no longer have an excuse for why all of that behavior was okay for me. And that was really the part that scared me. And once I realized it was about excuses, I knew I was all in. And I knew I had to be all in, because excuses for me are not okay. I would never allow somebody that I work with to use an excuse as to why they couldn't get something done. Reasons are okay. Excuses are not. And when I realized I was making excuses for myself, I knew it had to end. My world opened up. I rejoined a dating app. I started planning events with friends. I hosted a day out. I started going to more things. I started getting invited to more things because I think people believed now that I might actually show up. Whereas before, I could have given you every reason in the world for why I wasn't going to see you there. So my life really has changed through this process. And all along the way, none of that was about binge eating. All of that was about how to show up in my true authentic self. And I think it was around week 6 or so when David was doing a video for someone else where I've had this sense of calm and warmth come over me. And I said, I'm no longer binge eating. I don't do that anymore. I do life now. The joy that I was experiencing in my life was so much greater than anything I might feel that I know I will never need to do that again to feel that joy. And I can't say thank you enough to Rachel and David for this program at this point in my life, for the other women who gave everything in this process right alongside of me. It has been so impactful and so life-changing. Obviously, I think we've all felt it at some point, and you're going to feel it if you haven't yet. I promise. You just have to give yourself to this process. You have to trust and believe that it's going to work. You have to be open, and you have to surrender to all of the possibilities and live it fully. This process has gotten me to think I am so much more than what I do for a job right now. I thought I just fit in this little box before, and I am so excited to smash through it. And I'm so excited for all of you to achieve whatever you want in life and to go out and truly chase life.